Annual Riverwalk Tribute, honoring Lisa Scott Founds for her contributions to downtown and to Riverwalk. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Courtney Callahan Crush, Chair of Riverwalk.
Welcome to the 14th Annual Riverwalk Tribute, where we have a very special honoree this evening. I would like to start the evening by recognizing the elected officials who have joined us this evening. We have Mayor Jack Seiler, Commissioner Dean Trentalis was here, former City of Fort Lauderdale Mayor Rob Dressler, City of Dania Beach Mayor Walter Duke, and Broward County Commissioner Chip LaMarca. Thank you for joining us this evening. We'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the Riverwalk Trust Board of Directors. If our Board of Directors, who work annually and tirelessly towards all of our events, including this one, could just sort of raise your hand and be recognized. Thank you, as always, for your hard work and for putting together this event. And last but not least, we, of course, in addition to having to appreciate our guests, would like to thank our sponsors. You'll see the names of our sponsors being cycled through on the screen, but we would like to give thanks to Think Magazine and Go Riverwalk, Premier Beverage, Anticipation Yachts, the Wassey Foundation, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, BB&T, Charter One Yachts, Patriot National Insurance Group, Winterfest Boat Parade, Ellis Consulting, Space Plus Storage, Gibraltar Private Bank and Trust, the Broward Center for the Performing Arts, Lundy and Clark Insurance Group, Florida Power and Light, Starmark, Bank of America, Media Labs, and Ion South Florida. Thank you for your patience as we list all of our sponsors. As all of us in the community know, long list of sponsors are, we need a little patience to get through it, but we also know the importance of the corporate citizenship that it takes to make not-for-profits like Riverwalk continue to be able to serve their mission. Now, on to the good part, and we have several speakers. We are privileged to honor tonight Lisa Scott Founds. Now, Lisa is a woman who is strong, tireless, gracious, eternally cheerful, and I don't think ever really gets enough credit for her steel as well as her diplomatic skills. As a matter of fact, a lot of us, we seem to look at what Lisa is involved in, certainly being at the helm of the Winterfest Boat Parade, and seem to think that she does it easily, and that perhaps it's not a tough job. Well, those of you on the Winterfest board, those of you who work with Lisa in the community on other not-for-profits, certainly understand that continuing to grow, enhance the image of downtown Fort Lauderdale, the community, through a boat parade that is the most widely watched in the world, is something that really takes enduring commitment, passion, and is really a year-round enterprise. So we really need to pause and not just think in December we get to, on TV, see the pretty lights as the boats go by, come down here to the Riverside Hotel and other places throughout the city and look at how pretty it is. This is something that really brands our city, that our community revolves around, and for almost 20 years, Lisa has been at the helm of this organization as it continues to further its importance. Whether it is partnering with the Seminole Hard Rock Casino, reaching out to other not-for-profits so the not-for-profit community has the opportunity to participate in the community boat parade, these are things that really benefit our city. Most notably, in the recent years, Lisa's advocacy in moving the boat parade to start downtown and go through our magnificent downtown, which, as you all see from the cranes, only continues to grow, is something that she took on, was tireless about, worked with the city partners, her board, and supporters, and really, it has only enhanced the downtown community by allowing even more people to participate in the parade as guests and viewers. So Riverwalk Trust is delighted that we get to honor Lisa this evening. And I know we will all continue to appreciate her going forward, but really I think we should pause and reflect that we could all use a little bit of Lisa in our lives in whatever not-for-profit endeavor it would be. So Lisa, we are very delighted to have you with us tonight. I'm now going to turn the microphone over to Ken Ortner, current chair of the Winterfest board and former chair of Riverwalk Trust.
You know, this is also the 25th anniversary for the Riverwalk Fort Lauderdale. And if you'll excuse me, sometimes I call it the Riverwalk Trust because I was once having breakfast with Ed Stone, and he and EDSA developed the Riverwalk, and he really said, you know, the Riverwalk Fort Lauderdale, you're really the trustees. And he says, you really should call yourselves Riverwalk Trust. So for a period of time, that's what we did. But when you have people like Lisa Scott Founds, who one day called, because I've been involved with Winterfest for a long time, and she calls me up like at 2 in the morning, and she goes, I got this idea. You know, I want to move the parade from the Intercoastal, starting at the 17th Street Bridge from Port Everglades, and I want to move it up to the New River. What do you think? Can it be done? And you know, we said, let's go for it. And so many people were against it. A lot of the captains were against it. And a lot of people in the marine industry were against it. And this woman just kept fighting for it. And I really don't have to tell you what bringing the parade to the New River has done. It's increased attendance. It's activated the park. It's bringing a lot of more people downtown. So with that, I'm going to introduce someone else who's going to get to talk about Lisa. And that's going to be our mayor, Jack Seiler.
Now, for those of you that know Lisa, where do you think I was when they were trying to introduce me right there? Lisa says to me, can you grab me a red wine real quick in the other room? So I'm running in there to get her a red wine. And that was a heck of a stall job you were doing there, Ken. I appreciate that. That was, God, I'm trying to dig out a tip in there just to take care of, I said, you know, it's for the honoree. But in all seriousness, this is an awesome evening. In fact, I'm going to go a step further. This has been one of the great weeks in Fort Lauderdale. How many of you were at City Hall on Tuesday when we recognized our group of honorees there? I know Mayor Dressler was there and many of our commissioners. This is one of those, I see Dan Lindblade back there waving. This was one of these weeks in Fort Lauderdale. We recognized 4 people that I was so darn proud to be mayor. You watch what's happening in Fort Lauderdale, you look at the past in Fort Lauderdale, the present and the future, and you have a chance to recognize some people there. And then when they told me tonight, they said, you know, we've got Lisa. This is the past, this is the present, and this is the future, because this young lady has done an unbelievable job for our city, as Ken started to touch on. When you think about our Riverwalk, when you think about our downtown, and you think about the fact that the Riverwalk Trust recognizes somebody that has an impact on our downtown and Riverwalk, I don't know if the stars have ever been better aligned than to recognize Lisa at this time. Now, think about this. As we're trying to bring people downtown, as we're trying to show people our great Riverwalk and show them this great side of the city that for so long we've been working so hard. And about 8 years ago, Lisa kind of came to the city and said, hey, how about if we move this boat parade downtown? How about if we take this activity, this event, that used to be for the people that lived on the water, the people that had boats, the people that their backyards open to the water and their condos open to the water, and we bring it to the people. And when they moved that Winterfest boat parade to downtown Fort Lauderdale, you took an event which used to be kind of exclusive, which used to be kind of, I would say, not open to everybody, and you opened it to the world, and in the process, you opened Riverwalk to the world. And I thought, Lisa, when you did that, that was one of the smartest moves that's happened in the history of this city. I leaned over to David. I said, David, I go, David, was she a blonde when she thought of that back in... You know what her response was? She goes, I was a blonde for all but 2 years of high school. So those that were in freshman year and senior year in high school with her, you remember Lisa then. That's the... But it all, you know, when you look at what Lisa's done and you look at the contributions, and you know, I consider the Winterfest Boat Parade now a community asset. It became a community asset when it got moved downtown to the river. Everybody took ownership. Didn't matter where you lived, didn't matter what you did, didn't matter what your socioeconomic background was. Everybody took pride in the Winterfest Boat Parade. And 8 years ago, when that decision was made, Lisa took this community asset and really just, I think, forever engraved it in the city's history, forever in our legacy. But I got to go beyond the community asset aspect. I got to go to the community treasure aspect. Because when you talk about Lisa, you talk about a community treasure. You talk about a young lady that brings so much energy and so much enthusiasm and so much excitement. And you know, every time you look over at her, you see her, well, she's crying. I was just going to say she's always smiling. Now I look over, she's crying. Smiles and cries at the same time, as Chris said. But whenever you look at Lisa, you know, if you're having a bad day, you're having a difficult day, you see her, the energy, the enthusiasm, the excitement, that big smile. I mean, boats could be hitting each other on the river. Our cops could be saying, you know what, we just lost the whole slew of the sailboat that crashed into the other boat. And you look at Lisa and nothing's ever wrong. She's got that beautiful smile, that bubbly personality, and she has made such an impact. 20 years now with the Winterfest Boat Parade. Unbelievable run as our kind of, I think, community treasure. And I just want to introduce to you, I think, probably a tremendous community treasure, not only, as I said, from the past, not only from the present, I think for many, many years to come. I just hope she continues to lead this organization. I hope she continues to work with Riverwalk. Riverwalk, in my mind, are you coming up with me to do this? All right. You know what happened? They just asked Gina to go and get her another glass of red wine. So, you know, should we just hook up a slow drip IV from the other room and run it in? Or, I mean, are we doing okay? God, it's going to look like a hospital ward if they keep running this in here like this. But I will tell you, I'm going to turn it over to the young lady that has done a fabulous job with our Riverwalk Trust. But I just thank I thank God every day that we have someone like you working our Winterfest Boat Parade, doing what you do here in the city of Fort Lauderdale, and bringing this energy and excitement and enthusiasm downtown. Thank you.
I am a blonde. Always.
As is the tradition with Riverwalk, Lisa has now been cast in stone
Oh gosh.
as part of
Blonde.
stone, honoring her as a tribute honoree. There's a section set aside on the Riverwalk for just those individuals. With it comes a little customary brick as well.
Oh. I have my own brick.
Your own brick.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
All right,
All right,
ready? You need to open this.
I need to open
Yeah,
this.
here, we'll put this down.
Okay. I'm opening. Hi, everybody. Have you guys?
In addition, we have a small gift for you.
Oh, I love
It's a
gifts.
charm bracelet. And on it are 4 charms, which we believe to have some meaning for her.
Oh my gosh.
The first one is a boat for your time spent creating a world-class event.
I see the boat. The boat.
No wine glasses. The second one is the Winterfest charm, symbolizing what you do.
I love Winterfest.
The third one is a lighthouse or a beacon on behalf of all you do for your community.
Aw.
And the last one are sunglasses, because we think you're a rock star.
Thank you. Can you put it on me?
Yep, why don't I do it afterwards,
Okay.
And,
Thank you.
and now I'm going to turn it over to Lisa.
Uh-oh. Hi, everybody. How are you? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. I between laughing and crying, I don't know where my emotions are right now. Oh my heavens. Thank you all so very much for coming out tonight. I can't even begin to tell you. This is like the most humbling, amazing experience I've ever had. I feel like a bride, and funny enough, 15 years ago today, I was a bride, but I had to share that moment with like mother-in-laws and family and,
Hold on 1 second.
and a husband.
He's back for a second. Come on, bring it up.
Oh, God.
Just take it.
Thank you.
Take it back.
Really? Thank you. Okay, so for those that know me, you know I love red wine. My ringtone on my phone is red, red wine. And yes, I can't sing, so I will keep my day job, and thank goodness Jim Allen's in the room because we need him. Anyway, to move on, I just thank you. Really, you did have a beer with my wine, by the way. I'm so happy that I'm able to work with organizations and people that literally allow me to play and work and help in this town, this sandbox that I love so much, the city of Fort Lauderdale. And we have a rockin' city, you guys. It's so amazing, and we're all so lucky. And it's because of you out there that make this happen. So thank you all so, so much. And I've been blessed to work in the Chamber of Commerce for 23 years almost, and I get to see Dan Lindblade every once in a while, and you know, we share puppy stories, and then I look at him with, I admire you so much, Dan. You're the most amazing CEO of this chamber I've ever seen in all my years in that building. Congratulations. I learn a lot from you. We're so blessed to have you in this city. But, I mean, from Leadership Broward, Beaux-Arts, I do miss Promenade. Anybody out there wants to bring it back? Jenny Miller, you know, I'm ready to do that because that event was, like, amazing. Pinion, my friend Lee Sheffield, I mean, we have been out there so for Special Olympics, working so hard for these organizations, marine industry organizations. There's so many, we have so many charities. We have, like, 8,200 charities in Fort Lauderdale, and you know, we try so hard as a community to embrace them all. Riverwalk Fort Lauderdale, you guys are so good, and what you've done to this city and to help connect all these dots. Thank you, and Gina Ellis, you're amazing. The Riverwalk Board of Directors, thank you so very much for this honor. And by the way, this hotel, Michael Weymouth, Heiko, thank you so much. I have room 201, my Winterfest room tonight. This is our host hotel for the boat parade. Our VIP area is out there. Any of you that are not Winterfest sponsors, please come see me after. All right, there is somebody that I know is here in spirit, and that is a friend of all of ours, Joe Millsaps, because he was so integral with starting Winterfest and organizing it, and Ina Lee. Ken Ortner, love you, man. That was a really long speech. You never talk that long. But he did start this event as well 14 years ago, and I'm so glad that he had a chance to share with you the beauty of Riverwalk. Jenny Miller, thank you. You're my mentor, you know that. And she actually helped hire me, and so, gosh, I might not be standing here if it weren't for you and a team of people. And Rob Coronarans, I love you. Thank you so much for all the help that you give Winterfest, because we do really appreciate you. Bob Leiter, Channel 7, oh my gosh, have you guys seen that Channel 7 TV show that they do? It's so amazing. They work so, so hard. And I just want to thank him because I know he's out there somewhere. Susan Renison at the Hard Rock, with our Black Tie Gala, if you haven't been to our Black Tie Gala, forget about it. Hard Rock Live, it's incredible. It's like the best of the best, and it keeps getting better. And she's just amazing and a wonderful advocate and amazing person on our board of directors. Nancy Daly, she's our boat bitch, and she's the best boat bitch ever because nobody ever gets away with anything. You know those boats you see with like 5 lights? Yeah, you didn't see them actually in the TV show because Nancy's like, yeah, no. So thank you, Nance. But there are so many people. Jack Drury out there who literally brought Bob Hope in 1987. There are so many people out in this audience. I can't even tell you. It's crazy, and I'm just so happy to see all this. But my wonderful family's here too. My sister Linda and Rocco, they flew in from New York, and Dolores has worked in the office because when I started with Winterfest, I was like, I don't know anybody I can really trust. I was 30 years old and they didn't even know if they could trust me. So I was like, oh my God, I have to hire family. So Dolores, thank you so much. And no, I'm not Italian. So, and Ryan and Kate and Brent, Dr. Kate, our psychiatrist. We love her. And Jessica, I'm sorry she can't be here, and our nieces, and Miranda, Natalie, Charisse can't be here, but thank you guys so much for coming. But then I have some childhood friends here. So my childhood friends, oh my gosh, Alice is in this room. We've known each other since we were 3 years old. She's not allowed to tell you any stories because they're probably all true. And Stacy and Sandra Dane, Stacy Copeland, we used to rock it out at Harbordale. Like, we were badass, and I mean, literally on the safety patrol. Kitty, I mean, seriously, Kitty, FSU will never be the same. But Dawn, now Dawn works in our office. We've known each other since 6th grade. We swear we were actually married and divorced in a past life because we're just really wacky, and you never want to drive with us. Warning, warning, Will Robinson. It's really a nightmare because I always know where we're going. She's got the bigger car and drives. And isn't this great? She's not on stage. And Kathy, thank you so very much for hanging in there with us because it's pretty darn amazing that you have to deal with us. But you are so super, and you're a get-her-done kind of girl. And finally, Winterfest, my employer. It has given me the opportunity to bring my greatest passion, which is a Seminole Hard Rock Winterfest Boat Parade, to downtown Fort Lauderdale. There were a lot of naysayers. There were some cruel things, and we have our friend Tom here who made that wonderful article about me in the newspaper this morning, but even the Sun Sentinel blog said there was going to be like death on the waterway, and it was a pretty crazy time. But Ryan Campbell, John Haley, Gary Carell at the time was our chairman, our board of directors, so many supporters were out there saying, yes, it's okay, just let's go ahead. We can make this happen because they believed in me. And there is one person in this room that my heart is so touched that he actually came out, Jim Allen from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Jim, I may have called Ken and Gary just because they know I'm crazy, just to say I might, you know, if we do, and what do you think? But I called Jim because at that time we had only been like 3 years old with the Seminole Hard Rock with a title sponsorship for the boat parade, and obviously you're not going to do anything of this magnitude without their support. And Jim's like, you think it can happen, Lisa? You go for it. I'm behind you. Let's rock it and let's make it happen. And he's here tonight, and I just want to applaud Jim Allen. And he's here. His beautiful wife, Isabel, and their home is in Fort Lauderdale now, and I can't tell you, we would not be here, and I would not be standing up here if it weren't for you, Mr. Allen. Thank you so much, and I mean that. I just want to thank Mayor Seiler. There was something I wanted to say about you, but I'm not, because I think I saw a blonde picture of you from 6th grade. Or maybe that was your college picture when you did those highlights. I'm not sure. But neither here nor there. I want to thank our wonderful city commission, all the political people that are involved in Winterfest, our supporters, Mayor Seiler, Barbara Sharif with the county commissioners, Chip LaMarca, thank you. I just like Chip LaMarca very much. He's just like always, he calls it the year of Winterfest, the year of Lisa, so I have to really like Chip. Anyway, I want to thank you all for supporting Riverwalk Fort Lauderdale, Winterfest, and me. And at this time, I think that the biggest thing that I would like to do is applaud all of you because you are the reason that we're here and the ones that really get it all done. Thank you so much.